Hello everyone, this is Dan Gramza and welcome to dangramza.com Market Studies from Monday, March 18th. What we have is a market situation where it's hurry up and wait. Everybody's focused on what the Fed's going to be doing next week, so I don't look for a lot of volatility on Monday as the market sets up for those announcements, which should be they're not going to change anything. I don't think they should. That's not the expectation. It's what's going on in the future. And that's what they're going to be looking for, some insight into that. But what do we see here? Well, what we can see first, if you're not familiar with what we're looking at, these are daily charts. The concept is a swing trade, so you're trying to capture a little piece of volatility. Red line means sell, green line means buy, dash line means that's something that occurred earlier this week. Also, you can go back at dangramza.com for the last 10 years or so, even more, and look at what was happening. How did this market unfold? How did these red and green lines change? How did they move? These are not buy and sell recommendations, just ideas that I'd like to share with you. So what we do see here is in the Russell, the difference between this buy level and that sell level, to give you an idea of the dollar value, that was $350 a contract. Again, doesn't mean anything. I'm just trying to give you a feel for the magnitude of change that we see here. The dollar, US dollar, got a little weaker, but it really tried to strengthen earlier this week. The difference between this buy level to that sell level is $770 a contract. If we look at the Swissy, let's get that up here and see what's happened there. That buy to that sell level in the Swissy is $450 a contract, and I'm looking for a sideways move on Monday. We also see a roll in the contracts. The buy level to the sell level in our friend the Japanese yen is $1,562.50. The BOJ, the Bank of Japan, is going to be under focus next week as well. In the Aussie dollar, the buy to that sell level is $920 a contract. In the British pound, that difference between the buy and sell, $931.25. And again, I'm not looking for dramatic moves on Monday. Difference between this buy and that sell level in the Canadian dollar is $200 a contract. Bitcoin has had an interesting move as it rallied a bit this week, but it also backed off. And the difference between this buy level to this sell level, to give you a reference, that's $13,050 a contract. And I look for a sideways move on Monday. The 10-year notes positioning itself also for continued weakness, depending on what happens with those yields. That's what we're seeing there. In the gold market, the difference between the buy and sell level there is $10,400 a contract. Now it only traded a little bit below that sell level. So far, it hasn't really punctured our critical level here. So we'll see if we can get some weakness there on Monday. Silver is leading the way in that marketplace. In copper, the difference between the buy and sell level in that market, $750 a contract. China is the key here. China consumes almost 50% of global supply. China smelts, they process 47 to 50% of global mined copper. They're critical here, and they're trying to make some changes, as we talked about in the advanced video, to remedy that situation. This is a market moving on hope, so be careful there. And in crude oil, I don't think that is sustainable. Nat gas, I want to point out something here. It traded just a couple ticks above that buy level. So the difference between the sell and the buy level in that market's $900 a contract. But I want to point out to you, if we were a buyer here, it failed as the market broke to the downside as we went into the weekend. We just have a lot of supply in that market. Soybeans traded below its sell level. The dollar difference from the buy to sell level in that market's $1,900 a contract. I'm looking for a sideways move in that market. Feel the same way about corn. We're really watching what's happening with the weather in South America. The difference between the buy and sell level there, $250 a contract. And boy, there's a lot of wheat out there in the marketplace. So I don't see any dramatic sustainable reason for a rally in the wheat market. Well, those are my thoughts for today. Thank you for joining me. Look forward to being with you again on Monday. In the meantime, have a terrific weekend and take care.